Where's my thermal energy?
I can't wait to go back and look at the analytics.
I can't wait to go back and look at the Anallingus. I didn't think that would get that much of a laugh. I can't wait to look at my Anallingus.
It's the image it conjures. It's
I was
like just this like businessman at work at the office. He bought this DVD, and he can't wait to get back home and watch it.
It just has like a burnt CD with Analingus written on it in Sharpie. No, but that actually reminds me of something that happened just like on Monday at work. I was talking to another guy at work, and he said how he used to play the trombone in high school. And I said, so did you ever play the rusty trombone? And he just said, oh, no. And I was like, do you know what that is? And he said, no, what is that? And then like there were a bunch of customers walking by, so I just Googled it on my phone and held it up to him, and he started reading it out loud. And when it got to Analingus, he didn't know what the word was, so he said analysis.
Oh my god!
He was like, when you perform analysis on the male partner, and I was like, no, Analingus. And he said Analingus out loud, but I could tell he had no idea what it was. And I said, that's when you lick someone's asshole. And then he started like miming a rusty trombone, and there were like children walking by.
Oh my god! That reminds me of my boss at work. When he wants me to go faster, he says, "Let's get hot."
Oh, hello.
And they're like, when there are children in the aisle, he'll yell from one end of the aisle to the other. Let's get hot, Logan.
He'll yell, "Let's get hot."
Yeah, he'll yell my name along with it too. He said, "Logan, let's get hot."
And he starts like unbuttoning his shirt. And throw a grenade.
Like throw one grenade.
Hey, Hobra, I see your arm. Nothing like esoteric references.
Yeah. Basically, the reference there is someone saw another person's arm and commented on it.
I'll just tell the story. Like, when I lived in Hawaii, everyone, like, the people that were born on the island, I'm talking like this, like, hey, bro, like one spam musubi, shove up my butthole. And my friend Roger had, like, fallen down or something, had a big scrape on his arm. And we were sitting, like, at lunch, and, like, you know, you could see, like, the bloody scrape on his arm that had just happened, and this, like, Samoan guy walked by, like, hey, Roger, I see your arm. Like, and then him and all his fat Samoan friends started laughing, like, that was supposed to be, like, he laid down some epic ownage by just saying, I see your arm. And I remember Roger being, like, really confused. And then we both just started laughing about that for, like, the duration of our friendship. We'd all go, oh, I see your arm, brah.
I see your arm, Richter.
I see your arms, Richter. I see your arms at the party, Richter. See you at the party, Richter.
See your arms, see you and your arms at the party, Richter.
I will see you and your arms at the party, Richter. Listen how I spent the last 25 minutes of Halloween.
Okay, maybe that'll help.
It's already November for you, isn't it?
What? No.
You're an hour ahead of me.
Oh, I guess so then.
What? No. Oh, I'll just so.
Am I Tricky Cat now?
Tricky Cat made it into this Let's Play?
We're never gonna... Okay, we're never gonna make it back from that that obscure reference. We're making way too many obscure references.
And I'm Tricky Cat. Just we'll make it not obscure. Go check out the Let's Player Tariki Toru. Although he's actually pretty much deleted all traces of Tricky Cat, which is funny.
Is it because of you?
I have no idea. I wouldn't think so. Me and Jeremy did once go on to one of his streams. His stream had 2 viewers. It was me and Jeremy.
Oh my god, that's depressing.
we were like, he was trying to do it like it was a stream that a lot of people were watching. Like, all right, guys. Like, he kept saying guys, and guys is me and Jeremy. And before me and Jeremy went to it, it had 0, and he had been streaming for like hours. Ocarina of Time, of course. And
Yeah.
we went on there and we started talking about Tricky Cat and how like we wanted to fuck Tricky Cat and Tricky Cat was so hot. And then he eventually caught on that we were making fun of him. And then he was like, just tried to ignore it. Like we were typing like, shut up, faggot, go fuck Tricky Cat. And that's all his chat was. And then he was trying to be like, okay, so we're gonna go on to this new area. And I remember typing like, who the fuck are you talking to? You're just telling us that. There's no one else in this stream. What the fuck are you streaming for? And he just tried to ignore it. He wouldn't block us or anything either. He just, because you know you could do that where you could make it where we couldn't say anything.
Because you were the only viewers.
I know, if we did that, then he would literally be talking to no one. And it's sad enough when you make a Let's Play video where no one watched it, but you were just talking to yourself. But streaming? What is this live stream? Who are you doing this for? The 2 guys that joined in the last 30 minutes to make fun of you?
Good times, huh?
Dude, that reminds me of one of my friends from middle school. He had this retarded brother named Renell. And anytime there was an awkward silence, he would go, good times.
But genuinely retarded?
Yeah, he talked seriously, he talked like this.
I remember you talking about Renell Zellweger.
And me and my friend Adam would always go, I'm Renell, I'm retarded. Like, right in front of him. I don't know why we were so cool.
Because it was funny?
Honestly, yeah, like, if we made fun of him for being a retard, we would make everyone on the bus laugh.
It's a crowd pleaser.
Even his brother would be like, you're retarded. His brother, who was one of my best friends, Roger, Roger hated him.
Is he the one who put pee in his shampoo?
No, that was my friend Matt. He would piss in his brother's shampoo.
That's just the worst thing. Just so terrible.
And I kind of didn't believe him until I met, so I went to his house and I met his brother. And he always talked about how his brother smelled like piss and his hair was disgusting because he peed in his shampoo all the time. And when I saw his brother, I was like, oh my god, you really do pee in his shampoo. His hair was disgusting. It was like clumped together. It was clumped together in a way like, it looked like, honestly, like he took a bottle full of semen and just rubbed his hand through his hair and then let it dry. For those of you familiar with dry semen, imagine that, a big glob of that stuck in your hair. That's what it looked like. And he smelled bad.
He smelled bad too. He was sneaky. He was a stinky boy.
And his brother was a little bitch too. We were at some restaurant. I don't remember why his brother was there, but his mom was there too. I guess she drove us. We were really young. And Matt was just eating a hamburger, not saying anything. He was just me and him were just sitting there, and he was taking a bite out of his hamburger. And his brother started going, "You never gonna finish that hamburger, dumbass. Is that too much hamburger for you?" Luca, what a gay name.
It sounds Hawaiian.
It sounds like you're trying to be like sound something that sounds like exotic or something, but it's just like some shitty American name. Seriously, like Hawaiian names were actually shit. Like hula hala hala kilo haka. Like their names would have like a million apostrophes and like IL apostrophe L apostrophe LLL apostrophe AAHIKU. Like it's like, what kind of fucking name is it? One time when I was in Hawaii, the teacher just started writing kaipo on the board, and I was like, "What the fuck is a kaipo?" And then some like stupid Hawaiian dude was like, "Oh, brah, that's my name," and I was like, "Oh." I don't remember what I said to him. I think I just said nothing, but the teacher was like, Asian, and she talking like this. So I thought she was like writing something in her language on the board, thinking we'd understand. And she got like she quit like after 2 or 3 months because the black kids in the class kept stealing from her.
Oh boy.
I watched him do it. His name, I don't remember what his name actually was. It's probably like Faquan or something. But everyone called him Kiki.
Oh god. I
This
think you told
really,
me about that, maybe.
probably,
Sounds
yeah.
familiar.
This really small black guy, like 4 feet tall, named Kiki.
Ugh.
And he was like really skinny. And I remember at one point he was just like shaking his ass in front of the class, and I was just sitting there hating him. And then I heard some girls saying, "Oh, Kiki's got a nice ass," and I was just like, "What? No, he doesn't. That 4 feet tall black midget does not have a nice ass."
You just don't get it.
I just don't get it.
I just
He's
want
probably
this thing
twerking
to die.
right now.
He's twerking in heaven.
He's dead, yeah, because he's black, so he got shot at some point.
Alright.
There's also
Am I
this
supposed to
person
go
at
down
work.
here?
Yeah, it looks like it. But there's also a person at work, this like black woman who has a stutter, and I have to carry a radio sometimes, and she's constantly talking on the radio, and she, before saying anything, she goes because she has this weird ass stutter, and she's like, can somebody come to the cash register or whatever, you know? But one
Thundercats.
time, what?
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Yeah, Thundercats. But one time she just turned it on and didn't like say anything. She just turned it on and stuttered and then turned it off. I was just sitting in my car and I had the radio because I was like on break or whatever, and she went and there was just silence. I busted out laughing. What did she do that for?
That's funny.
And there was nobody talking before, so I was just sitting there like silence from the radio, and then and she never got back on the radio and like explained or anything. She just turned it on and stuttered into it.
She was probably like ashamed or something.
She was probably about to say something, but then like got distracted or something. Because a lot of people will start to say something and then stop, like, "Hey, can you?" But instead, for her, she's like,
Wow.
I just turned it on the way. Oh, wow! Going through these changes. Now you're completely out of Tiang.
Yeah, I need it.
Give me my Tiang points.
I need it.
I gotta have that Tiang. That reminds me of in not elementary school. Keep doing that. In middle school. Before I smoked weed, I knew this Douchelord Jordan, and he started smoking weed all the time, and he started saying he was addicted, like he's an addict. I am a weed addict. And I remember he was trying to buy some from a friend of mine who had some, and he was like, "I'm not gonna sell you any. Fuck you." He didn't like Jordan. And Jordan was like, "Dude, I need it." And then he started like shaking, and he was like grabbing him like by his shoulder, like, "Dude, I need it." And, I remember telling people about that, and they're like, "He's lying." Like even middle school kids were like, "What a faggot." I hate that I just have to be home completely alone to not be fucking bothered.
Yeah.
I want that fucking apartment complex to call me the fuck back so I can move the fuck out and not have my door knocked on at all fucking times. This is good commentary, right?
Yeah, it's fine. It's life. Life makes for good commentary.
I just want to move out so goddamn bad. I need to move out. I can afford to move out for the first time in my life, so please, for the love of God, can I move out? That fucking dyke that was at the reception desk that I gave all that paperwork to will not call me back. Well, maybe my background and credit check isn't done with, but neither of those are bad. I've killed many people, sorry.
That's not bad.
Actually, I have a story that I don't think I told you that might be interesting for the Let's Play.
So for Let's Play.
Yeah, I'm saving it for Let's Play. That's been a joke for like 4 years now. But anyway, to apply for an apartment complex. Oh no, a boss. To apply for an apartment complex, you have to fill out an application form. It costs money for them to even look at it. So I had to go to the bank to take out a cashier's check for $25. Cashier's check so that you can't cancel it. And the teller at the bank looked at me like I was fucking stupid. I don't know why I didn't even do anything embarrassing there. But well, I had finished most of the paperwork, but when I went into the office at the apartment complex, I said, look, some of this I just didn't know the answer to. I really hate filling out paperwork. I didn't say that, but I do. I fucking hate paperwork. It's one of my most hated things to do ever. I fucking hate paperwork. I always fuck something up. I couldn't have made a worse first impression with that woman. I made myself look so goddamn stupid. At one point, it's you have to put like what race you are for whatever reason, and of course I just checked white. Well, because I just saw white and immediately checked it. Apparently, there's a part at the top where you have to specify whether or not you are Hispanic or not. It says Hispanic, and then the other choice is non-Hispanic. She pointed at the non-Hispanic one, but where her finger was, I thought she meant, you know, check the one that says Hispanic, so I fucking did. And then, are you still there?
Yeah, so now
Okay.
you're Hispanic.
Yeah, and then she was like, no, and she got like really frustrated. She's like, no. Okay, cross that out in initial and then check here. So I crossed it out initial and then proceeded to check the exact same box. And then she was like, no, and she took the paper and crumpled it up, and she was like about to throw it. Then she I saw her like stop herself, and she's like, are you Hispanic? And I just started laughing, and I was like, no. And then she kind of laughed, and I started laughing and said, okay, you keep checking the one that says Hispanic. And I was like, well, I didn't even read it. I was just looking at where your finger was. And she's like, well, read it. And basically she wants to say, well, read it, dumbass. But she didn't. And so then I filled that one out right. But then there was one that said, there was a part that I filled out earlier. It said like the amount of money you have in your bank account, and then like about the amount of money you make in a year. Well, I switched those.
Oh.
And so she said, you have like over $20,000 in your bank account right now? And I was like, no. And she's like, well, that's what you put. And I was like, oh, that's about what I make in a year-ish. Because I said, I don't know exactly, but she's like, well, give a rough estimate, just don't go like way over. And I was like, I don't know, about a little over 20,000. And she was like, okay, we'll put that. Well, then I wrote that in the wrong box. And then she was like, no, and grabbed the paper and crumpled it up and had to fill it out all over again.
She probably thought you were mentally handicapped.
She thought I was a fucking idiot, I could tell. I didn't come off as mentally handicapped. I came off as a dumbass. And there was more to it that I can't remember. But at one point, like you have to show, normally for most places you have to show about 2 pay stubs just to show you've made money that month. Well, this place required 6. When I was printing them at work, I don't know how this happened, I ended up with 15 pay stubs. And I didn't even notice, and I'll admit that while I was at work printing those pay stubs, I was not sober. And while I was talking to her, I was, let's say, 40% sober.
Oh, Wes.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I'm 100%
Wes.
I'm 100% sober right now. When she was looking at the pay stubs, at first she was like, "Dude, you only needed like 6," and I said, "Well, there's only like 6 there," because I don't know, my brain was up my ass. You know, and she was like, no, this is like, and then she started going through and she's like, is this for the entire year? And I was like, I don't know. And then she was like, this is 15 pay stubs. And I was like, well, some of those might be duplicates. So I was trying to save myself. And then she scoffed in this way that was like, no, you're a dumbass. I can't even, like... I
I
can't
do this
even...
kind of thing every day.
It's not like I'm never stupid, but I have never come off so stupid. And as I walked out of that office, I was like, I just seem like a fucking imbecile to her. Like, I just seem like this really stupid person she met today at work.
She's got a story of her own now.
And at first I was like pretty self-conscious about it. Now I just don't give a shit. That dyke can think I'm stupid. This looks like... It looks like a toothed vagina.
I was thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Come on, it does.
You ever seen that movie, Teeth?
Yes, I have, actually.
I have not. It was one
film moth.
It was one that people in like middle school would always talk about. You know, because it was like it was all taboo and weird and
it's not nearly as weird or nearly as sexual or vulgar as they would have you believe. You only see a severed penis once the entire movie.
That's more than almost any other movie in the world.
Yeah, but this whole movie's point was like, dude, teeth, her pussy has teeth, and she like chops off people's dicks with it. And that was like the big thing. She does it like 4 times. You only see the severed penis once, and it's her brother.
What?
Yeah. Her brother the whole movie keeps trying to fuck her.
Huh.
And then once she realizes she has this power...
Oh, so she's trying to rape her.
She lets him fuck her to chomp his dick off at the end of the movie.
Okay.
And he's like, I hated that part, because the dude looks like a douche. He's some guy with like tattoos and piercings. And he's like, when he starts fucking her, she starts moaning, and he's like, yes, see what you've been missing? I was always very disturbed. But then...
Oh, you go.
But then, all of a sudden, he's like, oh, no! And that's the part. And then she stands up afterwards and, like, spreads her legs, and you just see, like, underneath, like, this camera just shows underneath where her legs are. And then you just see his dick fall out, and he had a fucking Prince Albert dick hole piercing.
Oh.
It wasn't that big either. Wasn't not impressed. I remember my friend was like, when we were like in elementary school, was trying to make some joke about the Delta airports, but I didn't know anything about that, so I didn't get. I was like, "Shut up! What are you talking about?" He was like, Delta's acronym Delta should be an acronym that means don't even leave the airport, and then I said, "Don't even step in the poo-poo," and he started laughing at it. And then he wrote down on a piece of paper, don't even step in the poo-poo. And then, like, a teacher or something saw, and we got in trouble for talking about poo-poo.
In trouble for that?
Yeah, because me and him were always talking about poo-poo and laughing.
You got in trouble for that? What a stupid state Texas is.
I don't live in Texas.
I know.
There was this one dude who's like this preppy faggot with like spiked hair with frosted tips, and we got assigned seats, and I had to like sit with him, and he was like, "No, I don't want to sit with this guy. He's stupid. He just talks about poop all the time." He just hated me. And I hadn't even said anything to him ever. He had just heard me talking to my friend about poo-poo and laughing. He's like, "No, I don't want to sit by this guy. He's just going to talk about poop."
Not with you.
And in my head...
You're not good enough.
What did I react like? Or what did you say?
I said not with you.
Yeah, exactly. That's ironic, because I was going to say, in my head, I was thinking, I'm not going to make those jokes with you, you faggot. I don't even know you. You know, I was some, like, ugly, weird dork, and you were, like, a cool guy with frosted tips. I wasn't even going to talk to you.
Frosted tips.
I don't even remember how I reacted. I wish I could. But I do remember thinking, like, why is this dude getting so angry? I'm not going to make these jokes to him. Not even gonna talk to him. And then later on, like the fake bitch that every human is, he started being nice to me.
Did you kiss
His
him?
name was also Wes.
Weird. Did you kiss him?
Yeah. Yeah, I started sucking his dick right there. But
This
then he
is
took
like-
damage.
I'm barely scraping by right now.
And that doesn't work for this. Like, for a time limit to just keep barely getting, like, 30 more seconds, it's not fun like that. Nobody really likes time limits. I've never, like, heard of people saying it's, like, my favorite when a game has a time limit the whole time. Cheating is an issue. It's not so much that you just die for being out in the cold. It's not that, it's that this cheating shit, you don't really get that much of it. And you do, but you have to be fucking constantly killing enemies for it. And to constantly kill enemies, and you have to be in a situation where your TEing drains twice as fast, or else you just get knocked over and fucking over because Lost Planet sucks.
That was probably your biggest speech.
I'm gonna try and talk less now.
You don't have to.
Go rocket power. I don't remember the thing. No. Rocket power. Yeah.
I posted it in one of the videos.
I know. I've already forgotten what it sounds like.
Kids in play, we are riders on a we are play.
Yeah.
Kids in condition, rock
Yeah.
power.
Rocket. Yeah. What a lame show. I hated Rocket Power.